Good afternoon, child advocates. This is Sylvia coming to you once again in the news with some very good information. If you are not yet aware of President Obama's fiscal year 2014 budget purposes, we will begin to give you that information right away. Again, we're talking to those child advocates out there. If you want something to go and be specific about, I'm not talking about those belonging to big organizations. I'm talking about those child advocates in our communities, those mothers, those aunts, those grandparents in the communities who want to make a way for mothers who are struggling, having a difficult time, wanting to do better for their children. We're going to look at this here, President Obama's fiscal year 2014, and we're going to look at the home visiting. Provides $15 billion over the next 10 years to improve the health and developmental outcomes of low-income mothers and children. The Maternal, Infant, and Early Childhood Home Visiting Program expires at the end of fiscal year 2014. The budget proposes to reauthorize the program for the next 10 years, beginning fiscal year 2015. Again, this is the Home Visiting Program. There are many, many more, but this is the point I want to make about this. For the home visiting program, this is where we can take the time, begin to talk with some of those community people out there, the job training, life skills, career advocate people, go to them and say, you know what, is there a way that we can implement as a community initiative means of which we can take this home visiting component and turn it into a greater concept of ending poverty for a family that might be struggling by putting them or the mother in tune with some community-based organization that deals with and focuses on life skills, job training, career development. This is the home visiting program. We see that there is money there for that program. Now all we need to do is get it going. Again, this is from the overview of the President Obama's fiscal year 2014 budget. It's coming from the Children's Defense Fund, and this is from April 13th. So that's beautiful for this. There's many, many more aspects of this budget and proposal that he's put forward. I just want to talk about that. When we talk about the achievement gap, where black children continue to fall further and further behind as they progress through school. In fourth grade, 84% of black public school students cannot read at grade level. 83% cannot do math at grade level. In 8th grade, 86% of black public school students cannot read at grade level, and 87% cannot do math at grade level. You know what I love to do with information like that? Again, we go back to that home visitors program. We look at our children from an early age and we say, Mom, it's you that sets the standards. By you getting all that you need, by you getting the education, the career job training you need, it sets the standards for our young people. So I like to take information like that and apply it to a community initiative, push forward with it and say, what can we do as we move forward to end, one, poverty, two, the numbers of children that are in our foster care system, especially African American children, and three, strengthening the home environment. That's on that note, and we have more information coming up for our lawyers out there, something that you may want to take a hold of and implement for yourself. We have bill number A2657-2013 relates to preventing the unnecessary removal of children from a custodial parent who is the victim of domestic violence. If you are not familiar with VAWA, VAWA is Violence Against Women Act. One of the problems with the funding sources was that they were concerned that if VAWA did not get reauthorized, what would women do? How would they begin to protect themselves and fight for their rights? Well, here we go. It is Bill A2657 for the year of 2013. These are actions taken January 17, 2013, referred to children and families. This is the state of New York. And basically, in short, and telling you what it means is that if there is an abused parent, and that parent shows no sign of abuse against a child, the state of New York says, guess what? The unnecessary removal of a child from a custodial parent who is the victim of domestic violence is no good. We need to find another means for that. Again, we go to another bill. This bill relates to the basis of removal of children, provides a safe harbor for non-abusive spouse to report abuse while retaining custody of children. Not only does it matter the factor that we want to keep domestic violence victims, the mothers, close together in a safe home, a safe environment, but we've got to make that venue. One of the main things in talking with women who have been abused, as soon as they get in the courtroom, the first thing that judge does is takes the child from them. Because why? They say, we didn't have a safe place to go. We didn't have a place to go in order for us to maintain the safety of our children. Well, again, this is Bill number A2083, 2013, relates to the basis for removal of children, provides a safe harbor for non-abusive spouse to report abuse while retaining custody of children. This again is in the state of New York. This happened on the 2013-2014 regular sessions in Assembly and January 9, 2013, determining whether there is a suitable non-respondent parent or other persons related to the child with whom such child may appropriately reside under subdivision 1 of this section, and if both parents are respondents, the court shall inquire as to the following. So again, providing a source. VAWA has fought for years for mothers who have been abused or in an abusive relationship to have a place to go, to have a place in the courtrooms, to allow judges to have decisions that families, children, mothers stay together, and providing them the necessary resources and services needed. Again, relates to notice of indicated reports of child maltreatment and changes of placement in child protective and voluntary foster care placement and review proceedings. This is a repealer. Repealing the idea as important to the federal ASFA measures success in terms of outcomes, i.e. the state's ability to reach federally established targets for timely achievement of permanency for children. The second, Child and Family Services Review, conducted by the Administration of Children and Families of the United States Department of Health and Human Services in 2008, concluded that New York again ranked among the lowest score in the nation and demonstrated how far our state must go to achieving the federal exercise their important monitoring functions on the basis of complete, timely information. Again, Maryland is not the only state. The state of New York is acting on their matters. They are looking into it, researching it, assessing it, and pushing it forward. Again, this is Bill S4081, 2013, and this is coming from the Open New York Senate.gov. This bill outlines instances in which a court may exclude a child from family court hearings. There's a time and a place, and sometimes children should not. This is Bill A2212, 2013, and this is again all coming from the Open New York Senate.gov legislation. New York, I want to say thank you, and I hope and pray that you continue to work out legislation that's for the betterment of our children, our women, and families. Thank you very much to the Senate in New York. Have a wonderful evening. This is Sylvia Randolph signing up. You see the steps behind me? They go up, they go down. Some things must go down, some things must go up. But we first must put effort forward to get it done. Signing off, having a wonderful Sunday.